The dark side. 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 Another cold and lonely rainy day comes to an end. I have to clear my mind before I sleep, or else I tend to close my eyes and realize there's nothing there but light. I need shadow, I need darkness to help me through the night. The dark side. 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 The dark side.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Dark Side. Today we will explore porn. I know it's everybody's favorite subject. We will give you some facts about porn you may not have known and talk a bit about its effects on relationships and also its effect on women, young men, and society as a whole. But before we do that, we're going to go to our featured fan, Doug Zacharias. He's one of our favorite fans, of course. I've seen him before with his band. Well, actually, he's starting a band, Pagan Witch. So now to Doug. Thank you.
Yeah, yellow skating on the road.
Thank you, Doug. Once again, you can call in and be part of the discussion by calling Skype at 3969. The lines are open. Let's get into some facts about porn. In 2001, there were around 70,000 adult websites. Today, just 12 years later, there are more than 4.2 million pornographic websites in the U.S. alone. Male porn performers do not bring home all that much money. They can make more money performing in gay porn than straight porn as much as 3 times per film. Women in general make more in porn than men do. It's one of the few areas where women do make more money. At any second of the day worldwide, almost as much as 30 million unique visitors are viewing porn. That's a lot of people watching porn. What feature on the female body do you think men focus on during porn viewing? It isn't the ass, breasts, or legs. It's the face. Of all the body parts to stare at during the moment, men would rather choose to look at a woman's face. That's interesting. The majority of porn websites, free and paid, feature videos and clips they purchase from developers. Only a small percentage of porn sites actually include original content. So most of the stuff is just reused, recycled porn. If you have an A-cup breast or smaller, don't worry about getting seen in Australia. They have a ban on pornography featuring women with tiny breasts. Okay, that's the first time I've ever heard that one. The most searched porn-related word in America is MILF. The second most searched is teen, and anal comes in 10th. For every man that thinks he can start a career in porn, nice try. Unless you have connections or a smoking hot woman willing to join you, a guy's chances of becoming a porn star are slim to none. There's only one other way that you can become a porn star, and that's by having a really large member. Even if it's illegal to broadcast pornography in some countries, if you stay at a hotel, they are exempt to satisfy all international visitors. And besides that, close to 70% of room service revenue comes from ordering porn. The largest porn network in the world sets up shop in Canada. Our neighbors in Canada have porn networks. Almost 60% of Mississippi is white, but the number one most searched porn term is ebony, followed by gay black. Which state in the United States has the largest consumption of porn per capita? Utah. Believe it or not, Utah. And lastly, the biggest male porn star was John Holmes, who was reported to have a 13.5-inch member, according to his manager. Also, one other thing about John Holmes, near the end of his life, Holmes attained notoriety for his involvement in the Wonderland murders in 19... and eventually for his death from complications caused by AIDS in 19... Towards the end of his career, he had a tendency to do porn because it paid more, and he wasn't looking so good at that point. His career was basically winding down. He had a coke habit, and anybody who's seen the movie Wonderland, that was based on him, as well as the movie Boogie Nights. I'd like anybody with anything to say to give a call in. I'm looking forward to hearing from you right now. Oh, and we have Jay calling. Hey Jay, porn connoisseur, how are you today?
Oh yeah, what, you thought I wasn't going to call in? Come on.
This subject's right up your alley, honey.
Indeed. Listen, Frank Zappa, he said it best. I fuck them just to see the look on their face. I fuck them to see the look on their face.
So what is your favorite kind of porn? When you search for porn, what do you look for?
Cougars, Russians, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a world of bugger crap out there. However, all of society was invented to impress the opposite sex. Everybody loves sex. Who doesn't like to get laid? Nobody.
True. Have you ever come across anything really bizarre when you're searching for porn? I know I have.
Oh yeah, I've seen horse, dog, all kinds of bullshit. And
I've actually seen porn of a guy giving himself a blowjob.
Oh yeah, I seen that crap too. Or the fucking she-males, they do that too, dude. They're fucked up, man. Don't worry about it.
Do you know that another little known fact about porn is most transsexual porn is viewed by heterosexual males?
Well, yeah, probably. I hear it's one of the number one searches, actually.
Besides MILF, apparently.
Well, MILF, yeah, oh yeah. Who doesn't love them? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And how do you feel porn has added to your relationship?
What, the missus? She don't care as long as I don't bring it home. You know, if I don't want to try stuff that I see, she don't give a fuck what I do.
So she's okay. Does she ever watch porn with you?
No, the missus, she's not really into it. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with her. That's a different topic.
Did she ever Did she ever watch porn with you, or is it just something she was never into?
No, I don't think she really ever did. You know, she comes into my little office and she sees my 4 screens, 3 of them fucking running bullshit. She don't care. She's not much into it, I suppose. Thanks for dragging that one up. Oh my.
Well, come on. This is about porn. It's also about how porn affects relationship.
Well, relationship-wise, it doesn't really affect me as long as the missus don't have to suffer through it.
Is that what we call it, suffering through it?
Well, if you listen to the wife, yes. Anyways, so, Lily, nice talking to you again, love. Porn rules!
Bye, Jay. Have a great day.
All right.
Bye-bye. Well, that was Jay's take on porn and how it affects his life. If anybody else has anything to add, just please feel free to give us a call. We'd love to hear from our viewers. Right now we're going to go to Jim and the Twisted News, and let's see what Jim is up to today.
Today's topic: human-alien hybrids. Are they living among us? A scientist in the UK thinks he has proven it, but he has only interviewed with these so-called hybrids. No DNA or lie detector tests. Not much proof in my eyes, but still I think there could be something to this. But without scientific tests, there is no proof. In another direction, I read that our Democratic frontrunner for president wants to open the so-called X-Files. Maybe we should start the tests with her. What's your opinion?
Very well done, Jim. I wonder about those aliens. Maybe there's alien porn out there we could watch. Now that I would be interested in watching. For me, personally, I enjoy amateur porn more than porn movies. I like to see real people having real sex. Although I do have one favorite porn star, Katie Morgan. I think she's hilarious. I love her humor. And of course, no discussion would be complete without talking about the many who demonize the porn industry. And to their credit, they do have some valid points. In some circumstances, it may give young men and women unrealistic ideas about sex and the opposite sex, and what they want and what they expect. And of course, you have rape porn sites, which may cause young men to think that no means yes, and give them an unhealthy view of sexual relations overall. And also in cases where you have people that are susceptible to sexual addiction, and yes, I do believe that is a real thing. It does perpetuate that addiction, I think, maybe to a certain extent, and make it seem not so bad. But I do think between consenting adults it can be good, healthy fun, and a way to explore some kinks in a safe environment and to see what you like and what you don't like. How do you feel about it? What is your take on it? Are you pro-porn or anti-porn? Give us a call via Skype to Wildchild. Now some pros for pornography. And these are all, research that has been done and things that have happened in the porn industry. Of course, you know about Larry Flint. Hustler magazine is known for its ribald sense of humor along with its explicit photos. However, one person thought they took the former too far. The magazine created a parody ad in which the minister, Jerry Falwell, describes his first time having sex in an outhouse with his own mother. Actually, that was hilarious. I did see that little parody, and I just laughed my ass off because personally I'm not a fan of Jerry Falwell. Falwell slung lawsuits at both Flint and the magazine and was initially awarded $150,000 in damages for emotional distress. Flint appealed this decision, which led to a historic ruling in 1988 by the Supreme Court. The court unanimously ruled that public figures are never entitled to compensation for emotional distress from satirical depictions. Holding writers liable for such damages would create a chilling effect on speech. Therefore, the robust protectors that writers, artists, and filmmakers enjoy regarding their parodies of popular figures is largely due to a man who got rich selling porn to the masses. Go Larry Flint. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the movie with Woody Harrelson and Courtney Love, Flint versus the U.S. or something like that. It was a great movie. Art and pornography. One alarming legal decision for purveyors of pornography came from 1973's Miller versus California. The Supreme Court decision definitively ruled that the First Amendment does not protect obscenity. Legally speaking, though, this created a new batch of problems. What is obscenity? How should it be prosecuted? And where's the fine line between obscenity and art? These questions were partially answered in 1974, when a theater owner named Jenkins was arrested in Albany, Georgia, for screening Carnal Knowledge, an Oscar-nominated film featuring sex and nudity. The state court assumed that this fell under the definition of obscenity. The Supreme Court disagreed, stating that nudity alone did not constitute pornography, nor did it constitute obscenity. So he won that lawsuit. Also, video birth control. Perhaps the oldest assumption about pornography is that it encourages sex among young people. However, according to research presented by Ronald Bailey to Reason magazine, the exact opposite is true. With the increased prevalence of porn has come an increase in the amount of time that teens delay having sex, believe it or not. Teen pregnancy has dropped by over 40% compared to its peak rate in 1990. Some psychologists believe that porn may demystify sex, allowing individuals to understand sex in a way their education and upbringing not. It makes it not such a mystery, and they're not so curious about it after they're able to watch it, live. Anybody have anything to say about any of this stuff? Please give us a call. Also, sex under the same topic, basically, sex education. Obviously, anyone whose entire idea of sex comes from pornography will end up with some odd ideas on the subject. However, due to the spotty quality of sex education in certain parts of the world, pornography may very well be one of the only ways some people can learn sex. There's another positive for pornography. Now, one of the most common claims leveled against pornography is that it engenders negative views on women. Pornographic actresses act as sexual objects for the gratification of men. Men consume so much pornography that they perhaps internalize this objectification and therefore treat women disrespectfully or even violently. However, Clemson professor Todd Kendall disagrees with that assessment. He notes that areas with more internet access have less rape. A 10% increase in internet access yields 7.3% decrease in rapes. Another pro for porn is it combats repression. Some countries, most notably America, present a kind of paradox to their citizens. While sex is seemingly everywhere, computers, movie screens, magazines, and TV, Older religious and moral traditions force a public view of pornography as shameful or harmful. Hence the old stereotype of the lonely smut consumer who is repressed and alone. However, research by Utah State University psychologist Michael Twohig suggests we have been looking at the situation the wrong way. His survey of nearly 300 students revealed... There's Jay. Yes, Jay.
Porn rules!
Is that it? That's all you have?
Yeah, that's it. Good enough.
Okay. I guess there's a man that really likes his porn. So where was I? Oh, repression and pornography. Research by Utah State University psychologist Michael Twohig suggests we have been looking at the situation the wrong way. His survey of nearly 300 students revealed that those who tried hardest to avoid pornography actually both experienced an increased desire for it and suffered exasperated sexual problems. He found that porn itself is harmless. The individual's mentality matters more than the material. In fact, his research highlights potential positive aspects of porn. Those who freely enjoy it not only desire it less than those suppressing the urge to have it, but have healthier and less repressed sex lives. So, where is Ron? I'm really looking forward to hearing from Ron. I'm getting a message. Hold on one second. We're getting some Skype messages. I'm letting them know that they can actually call in. So if anybody's got any take on porn, for me, porn is, I think it's harmless between consenting adults, as long as it's not exploiting anybody. You know, obviously there's... And here comes Ron. Wait to hear from him. Hey, Ron. Waiting to hear from you.
Hey, Lily. How's it going?
Good, good. We're talking about porn.
I know, and that's why I had to chime in. You know me and porn.
Oh, yes, I do. That's why I was waiting to hear from you.
You know what? I think porn's a beautiful thing, but I've realized over the years, you know what? It does have an effect on me. And I love sex, and I love porn. I like getting off. But I've realized it's kind of changed, like, how basically a normal person wants to just have sex. I gotta have, you know, that raunchy, kinky sex.
So you can't just have vanilla sex anymore after watching so much porn.
It's really hard because, like, that means I gotta have feelings for somebody, and usually I don't do that.
You don't do the feelings thing, huh?
Yeah, and so, you know, like, I'll have, like, a ton of one-night stands, and it's just, like, I honestly, I don't even enjoy most of it.
Well, do you feel that maybe it's just because you haven't met somebody that is as kinky or depraved in that general area as you are, that excites you and inspires you the way porn would?
Well, like, no, there's, like, I've been with women and they'll do that kinky shit, some of it. And,
yeah,
you know, not everything,
but it's different when they're just kinky. There's two aspects of it. They have to also have, like, after the kink is done, do they still inspire you? You need both.
Oh, well, you know me. Come on, like, I'm single. Usually I'm just, like, after that, I'm like, be gone.
But I think at some point, you're going to meet the whole package. You're going to meet somebody who is the biggest freak in the bedroom, and then you can still hang with her. You can hang and drink with her, have a good time with her. She's like your best friend. And I think that maybe you just haven't met her yet.
I've met a lot of people. I've slept with a lot of women.
I know you have. I know you have, honey.
I'm like, the numbers are, like, not in my favor now. It's such a great thing, you know. It's good for, like, young people to have access to. I think, like, you know, every child, or, you know, every boy, he definitely needs to have his fucking porn. He will masturbate. I think
every girl does too.
And I'm fine with that too. I mean, I'm just, as a guy and having a daughter, I don't want to think about that crap, but I mean, from the youngest time that I can remember, 5 years old, I saw my first porn.
Wow,
And
five is a little young.
and when I saw this though, I was like, this is pretty influential. I'm a little kid though, but no, it was influential on me. And then my parents had a black box, so I was like 8, 9 years old watching the Playboy and the Spice Channel, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, there's like an arousal now to this. What's this? And then, you know, ever since then, I've been playing with myself. But it like growing up, and then, yeah, I could sleep with a ton of women, and I've had my times, but porn's prevented me. I mean, probably porn saved me from getting an STD.
Well, do you also feel that maybe having viewed a lot of porn and seen a lot of different things, that maybe that actually made you a better lover?
You know what? I would say porn helped out a bit, but no, actually, I had a really cool stepdad, and he like talked to me when I was 15 years
Well,
old.
it's a little different from having somebody talk to you than actually seeing it in action and where everything goes and what to do. You know what I mean?
Well, he explained it to me like, if you do this and they get theirs and you rock their world, they will do almost anything the fuck you want. So that's why I'm always into pleasing, because then I want to be pleased on the other end.
That makes sense, honey. Makes sense, honey.
But,
Well, I hope you do meet
porn's
her.
awesome though for society, and people shouldn't, look down upon porn stars. Yeah, they might do some filthy things, and sometimes, yeah, I'm like, that's a whore right there. That's some nasty ass shit. But you know what? That's porn, and everyone has something that gets them going, and some people, that weird stuff to me, that gets them going. And as long as you're not harming innocent people, underage people,
Yep.
and against their own will, to me, porn can be whatever it wants then.
Nicely put. Nicely put, Ron. Thanks for calling in, honey.
All right, you take care, Lily.
Bye, sweetie. Now we're going to hear from Ampy. Ampy, give us a call, my friend. Hey, how you doing, love?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. So how do you feel about porn?
Porn's good.
We got a little feedback. Can you,
Yeah?
can you back up away or lower your speakers? There. That's
better?
much better. Much better. Now we don't have any feedback. So tell me about your porn experience.
There's a lot of porn experience. That's how it is. Young men like me watch a lot of porn, as it is.
Do you think it's helped you or hurt you?
In both ways, actually, it's not that bad. It's helped and it's helpful. I'll tell you that. Lonely nights and crazy days.
So how old were you when you first saw porn?
Most likely, like 12 to 15, from that age range.
And did it change your whole view of women and sex and relationships?
Not at all.
Do you think it made you a better lover?
No.
Did it open your point of view towards different types of sexual activity?
Are you doing it? Like, you're on your continents now?
Shh. No, not really. I'm just talking to someone, Paul.
Oh.
I am so glad you called in, Ampy. It's been a while since I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk again. You have a good day, sweetheart.
You too, sweetie.
Okay, bye-bye. That was one of our fans, Ampy, just weighing in on the porn. We got a couple more facts before we go to Ron's Corner. It's great hearing from everybody and their views on porn. It's such a controversial, in some societies, controversial subject. Porn, not porn. There are a lot of women that are anti-porn and feel that it destroys relationships. And in some cases, it might. If their husband has problems and doesn't put the relationship or his viewing of porn, it can ruin the relationship. And now we have Goat. Hey, Goat, how you doing, honey?
Oh, pretty good. And yourself today, Miss Lily?
I am doing wonderful. So tell us about your porn experience.
Well, I had that whole experience with my stepfather of the whole discussion of the birds and bees, and the best way he described it was he brought out a Hustler magazine.
Very, very, very progressive on his part.
Well, as growing up, I was always preached, use condoms if you're going to have sex. Now, as the porn, yes, it has helped me with my wife and become a better lover. However, we don't watch it.
Does your wife ever watch porn, never watch porn with you?
Maybe once or twice. We've actually watched it, and it was always the anime porn.
It was always the what? I'm sorry? What was that?
The anime porn.
Oh, hentai?
Yeah. Or the cartoon porn, or whatever, which one it is. But one of my big question is, what is the true definition of between porn and prostitutes?
Well, I think
one's legal and one's not. One, if you get caught, you go to jail, and the other one, nobody really cares about. So, I mean, honestly, what is the big difference on it?
I mean, they are both getting paid to have sex. You're right.
Exactly.
But I think one, because it involves a script, it's, hold on 1 second. Well, yes, Jay.
Porn rules.
Okay, sorry about that, Goat. Sorry about that, Goat. That was Jay. Just calling to tell us porn rules again. Don't ask me. The man loves his porn.
Oh, that's understandable. Trust me, I used to love porn too. But yes, it did help me growing up. To me, know what a woman, after you sit and talk to your significant other or whoever it shall be, it does help out. You can say, okay, well, I got this great idea, won't we try this? Or this great idea, no, you don't want to do that, okay, how about this?
Exactly. It opens your mind to different sexual things that maybe you ordinarily would not be exposed to.
True, but like I said, I don't see the big difference between prostitution and porn. The female or the male still gets paid.
To have sex,
but yet,
yes.
One of them, if you get busted by the cops, you go to jail. And the other one, you have to be 18. So, to me, if one should be legal, so should the other.
I'm kind of with you there. Yeah, I mean, the last time we had the show on hookers, cards, and weed, we did cover that a little bit about, why is it legal in Nevada and it's not legal anywhere else?
Exactly, but you can go anywhere and download porn, or hop on Pornhub or PornTube, and there you go.
Yep.
And it's legal. Of course, some of the other sites they have on porn, not quite legal in the U.S., such as bestiality, but
yeah, true.
That is one site I don't go to, but
no, animals not my thing.
No, my biggest one is the BDSM, the whole master-slave domination and all that. That's fun to watch.
It is. There's some of it when they get into deep sadism. Not really for me. I don't like the women's breasts being bound to the point where they're purple and about ready to burst. That I kind of find it gross. Stuff like that. It's just like, no. There's other aspects of it that are really erotic, and the erotic visuals on it is pretty hot. So.
Yeah. And me, it's not just the face, it's the whole body I have to look at. Yeah, the face is extra, but the whole body is more or less what I like to look at.
It's always a pleasure talking to you, Goat. And tell Saz
I
said hi.
I will.
You have a good day, honey. So there were fans weighing in on the porn subject. If anybody else would like to say anything or weigh in on it, please give us a call. One more fact before we go to Ron's Corner. Porn breeds acceptance of homosexuality. One of the prevailing myths about pornography is that it fosters intolerance among... Ron's calling back. Yes, Ron.
Hey, I just wanted to agree with Jay. Porn fucking rules. If we didn't have that shit, what the fuck? Porn rules.
Porn has been around since caveman days, drawn on the walls of the cave, man.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last guy's name, but he mentioned having a hustler shown to him. That's textbook right there. That's all dads. That's textbook. You bring that out and you preach.
Yep.
All right, Lily, you take care.
I think a big part of that as well is when you're preaching what to do with a woman, you also preach what not to do and where the line is drawn. I think that...
there is, and then the thing is, though, that you can work your way into all those things. Just like a woman can play a man can play a woman the same way.
True, but I think it's also important to tell our boys that no means no.
Oh, that's number one. Because you know what? If someone doesn't want it, then it just changes everything. It's not even fun.
And especially in today's day and age, and I have sons. So for me, it's like if she says no, even if you're inside her, you pull out. You're done. That's it. Game over. Because the last thing that I would want for one of my boys is for a girl to turn around and say he raped me.
Exactly. Yes.
That's just a no-go. And not that rape is not a legitimate thing. It is. But you do have that small element that might get halfway into it and decide that it's not what they want to do anymore. And you have to respect that, and you have to just, that's it, done, walk out. Goodbye. You know what I mean? You can't put yourself in that position as a young man.
I agree.
See you later, Ron.
All right, take it easy, Lily.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lots of discussion on porn today. It's definitely one of those subjects that everybody has an opinion on. So, a 2014 communication research by article by Paul Wright and Ashley Randall, however, asserts that porn makes men more tolerant of homosexuals and other so-called alternative lifestyles. Even the most casual viewer of porn will be exposed to sexual ideas, activities, and other things that they would not otherwise think of. And I think that goes to Goat's point. This person eventually internalizes the normalcy of others' attractions to things that the viewer does not understand, and that includes homosexuality. So now, for everyone's favorite part of the show, here's Ron's Corner.
Thanks, Lily, and welcome, Darkside, to Ron's Corner. You know what? This is the last time I'm actually going to drink, so I just want to explain. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to actually talk about in future shows, because, you know what? I like to drink. I'm going to cut back on it big time, so I don't know when the next time I even plan on having a drink is, but I guarantee it's not going to be for a while. Also, it's going to be the last time I smoke on here, just because I have, I'm always smoking, so I'm going to take a break for a bit. Let's see what happens. So now, I don't know what the fuck I'm actually going to do, besides this fucking Ron's Corner here going one more time, but who knows what the fuck I'm going to talk about next week. It's going to be fucking nuts. Salute. Damn, I've drinking like a gallon of whiskey in like fucking 5 days or 4 days or some shit. Back to you, Lily.
Thanks, Ron. Glad to hear that you're kind of taking matters into your own hands, and I'm sure that your future episodes of Ron's Corner will be just as awesome without the booze. I do hope you all enjoyed our discussion today, and maybe it gave you some food for thought, especially about what things you like and others like, and what some people get out of porn, and some of the bad things that can happen with porn. Thank you for joining us for the Darkside Show, and join us next week. We will be discussing homosexuality and trans. Please feel free to give us a call next week. Wildchild 3969. Great day.